Hi guys, welcome back. This is Arvind. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how we can use filter class to identify the caller in Power BI. So like Power BI is a great reporting tool. It has lots of features. So I'm going to show one of the feature how we can utilize as per our requirement. So let's move on. So let's consider the scenario. So there is a Power BI report which is already hosted in Power BI console. So there is a requirement like there is a one Teams application and website. Whenever caller opens the Power BI report from the Teams, it should navigate to the google.com. I mean the Power BI report, it will be having one link will be there, text. So that I am like using conditional format. I am appending the certain URL like google.com, bing.com. But based on the caller identification, you should navigate to a particular website. From Teams, if I open the Power BI report and click on that particular text or web link, so it should navigate to the Google, and if it's open from the website, it should go to bing.com. I'll show the report, actual report. So this is the Power BI report basically. I can show you without adding anything also. Give me a moment. Okay. So this is the client report I'm having. Okay. So basically, when this report called by Teams, then it should navigate to, one second, it's loading. Navigate to google.com. When I click on this web link, it should navigate to the google.com. When I call from portal, it should navigate to bing.com when I click on web link. So this is the requirement. So how we can achieve in Power BI? So let's move on to Power BI console. I'm just opened the Power BI console here. So what I've done here is I have created, let me go move on to the transform data. First I'll show the table over here which I created for. So table 1 I have created. This is a simple table. It is having one ID and text field, web link. Okay. And there is a source table. This is required to identify the caller, who is calling. Like if it is calling from the portal or it is calling from the Teams. So there are two properties I have added in this source table. Okay. So only these two changes I have done here. And let me move on to Power BI view visualization again. So here for I want to show that, I mean to represent, I have included table and one slicer. Okay. Sorry. And we need to use the conditional URL to identify. So I have created a measure conditional URL. In the conditional URL, what I'm doing is, if source table source name from the URL, if it has like source table source name equal to Teams, then navigate to google.com when user click on this one, else it should go navigate to the bing.com. So once we add this conditional URL, what we need to do is we need to use a slicer. Okay. So a slicer I have included source table. Okay. And I have included here source table also and slicer also, both I have included in this one. So basically we can hide this one later. If we go to the view and selection, we can hide as well. But as of now for demonstrating, I'll keep as visible. Okay. So let me close all these things. Okay. Let me expand. Now what I have done, I have just published this one. Okay. Now we need to use a filter. How we can use filter? So basically once we publish that report, so in the Power BI, so we will get the URL, base URL, right? So this is the base URL I'm getting. Okay. So this is the base URL I'm getting. So for here to identify a caller, we need to use a filter class. So I'm using filter class over here. So this is the filter class here. Filter equal to, this is the Power BI inbuilt class, ampersand filter equal to source table. Source table is nothing but our source table which we created with the two properties like portal and Teams, and this is the source name of particular column. What I'm doing here is I'm giving equals. This is actually, so we have to set like this, equals. This is the embedded URL. So that takes like this, equal to. So this is for portal. And same thing I'll do, same URL. And what I will do here is, instead of, I'll pass Teams here. So basically I'm the same report, but I'm using filter and passing the query parameter. I mean filter in the filter class. So one is for portal, one is for Teams. So when I browse this for portal, as I mentioned, I'll go back to this one. So when I browse this for portal, again I will open this one. I'll just click on this. Let me check. Okay. So what happened? The same report, when I click on this web link, it is showing www.google.com. Okay. So based on the caller, I mean based on the class, it identifies and it is showing the embedded text, I mean embedded URL to the respective content. Okay. So if I use Teams one, let's see what happens. If I use Teams one, I'm using Teams filter. So basically here google.com. So when I use one second, there is something went wrong in the URL. It's the embedded URL, I'll use it. So this is for portal, I'll use portal, this one. So when I use for portal, so yeah, bing.com, because this is the portal. Okay, it's filtered and it is a bing.com. And if I use the Teams URL, then it will identify based on the like filter parameter, it is showing google.com. So the thing is like we no need to show these two things. What we can do is we can go here and go to view, and here there is a selection, right? Selection option is there. Here you can hide the slicer, so that, sorry, not table, table one. Yeah, now it is perfect. So now if we publish again this one, then in the report you won't see these two properties, but when you use this particular URL, then it will take you to the Power BI report, and you can see the web link depending on the caller. So there are some cases like depending on the caller. Let's assume like you have a Teams application and you have a website as well. So when the report is called from Teams application, so this any like any details, you want to show the details of particular text, so that should open in the Teams application. It should not navigate to the portal. And suppose in the same way, like if you are opening from portal, then what should happen, like when you click on this link from the Power BI, it should take you to the portal. It should not go to the Teams application. So that's what in those scenarios is we can utilize this filter class with filter class and with the parameters. Thank you for watching this video.